Hey everybody, I'm going to be doing a video on how I be feeding my pups and big dogs. So I'm just going to show you real quick what I have set up here. Brought everything out. Usually I keep it in one little area in the closet. So here it is. So let's start off on this side. So I give them some yogurt, 2%, no flavor, just plain yogurt. Some raw oats, some joint pills. Now for these you want to make sure it has glucosamine and chondroitin. That's the main ingredients that you want to make sure that it has. Some multivitamins for the big dogs and multivitamins for the puppies. Fish oil for the big dogs. I tried giving them the liquid form, but one of my females is very picky and just won't eat the food if I spread it all over her food. So I just find it easier just to go ahead and just give them the pills. And I switch it up from when if I give them fish oil in the morning, I'll switch it up and give them coconut oil in the afternoon or evening. And I feed the pups the coconut oil. Haven't started them on the fish oil yet. And then some puppy naturals from Muscle Bully for the pups, and the muscle gains for the big dogs. And I like to add a little treat to them, to their food. So I just tried these out just now for the pups. Little small biscuits. And then for the big dogs, I give them the milk bones, and these are actually Old Roy, not the actual milk bone. It's the Old Roy. Walmart has a good deal on them for $10 for 100 or 15 pounds, whereas the milk bone is 10 pounds for $10. So get an extra 5 pounds with the Old Roy. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up and we'll get started. Alright. So for the small pups, I started feeding them individually, just so I know they get the proper food they're supposed to get. Because if I leave them alone, one won't eat and the other just eat the rest. So I have started them on raw chicken and the raw beef. So for the pups, what I do is I cut up the leg quarter and I give them there's the leg, and then there's the one piece, and then the end piece that connects it, which is just mainly soft bone on the chicken, and I cut that in half, and it just gives me a small piece. You don't want to give them too much bone, so it's fairly a good amount. And I do weigh their food. They're roughly around between 20 and 25 pounds, or 20 and 30 pounds. My male, being the biggest, is around 30. So I turn on my little scale, and I like to measure it in grams. And roughly 454 grams is a pound. And I do feed the pups 3 times a day. So the chicken weighs 46 grams. For my male, I do feed him a little extra because he is a little heavier or a little bigger. And I just start adding beef, it's ground beef, till I reach 200 grams. Alright, 200 grams. And for my other females, for the female pups, they're between 20 to 25 pounds. So I give them a little less. I go up to 175 grams. So for my big dogs, I give them 2 pieces of chicken, usually around 300 grams total it comes out to be. So here's a leg. So this is what I meant from the end pieces. So you have the leg, the part that attaches to the leg, which is the thigh, and then you have that piece that connects to it on this part. This is the part that I give the puppies because it's a lot softer. My male and one of the female pups, they could eat the whole thing. My smaller pups, or the smaller female, she can eat up to this part and then the thigh. And she can't really quite get the actual leg. But once they get older, they can eat the whole thing. So for my big dogs, so that's actually 300 grams. And I just add until it goes to 450. This is for all my dogs. Alright, so what I do first is I add the powder. So this is for my big dogs. 1 scoop. Sprinkle it on there. For the puppies, the puppy naturals, I don't like the bag that it comes in, so I went ahead and poured it into one of the other containers I had already used up. Just makes it a lot easier to reach in, because this one's a lot finer, so it gets all over my hands when I get it in from the bag. Now for this one, the recommended dose is 1 scoop for every 25 pounds. So since I feed them 3 times a day, I don't give them the full scoop. Give them more like a little over half, probably like 3/4. Then for the vitamins, the pups get 1 of these. Big dogs. And then for the big dogs, I give them the hip joint. And they each get 1. And I do give them 1 of each in each serving of their meals. So in the morning and the afternoon and evening. And then I go ahead and sprinkle some raw oats. It just helps with their digestive system. Not too much, just a light sprinkle. Alright, for the big dogs, in the morning, And the fish oil, 1 pill. Pups. I just get a finger and I give them about that much, probably like a teaspoon. And then for the yogurt, now with the yogurt, some dogs, as they get older, they can't handle the milk very well. So if you try this out and you see that your dog is pooping loose stools, having diarrhea, I'd stay away from the dairy products. Now I want to give this to 2 of my bigger dogs because one of my females just does not like it and she won't eat her food. Yeah, I just gave him a spoonful. Small amount to the pups. Alright, and now for the treats. This is just a little extra. Kind of like a little side dessert for them. This I just tried for the first time. It's grain-free biscuits, salmon recipe. I got this from online, petco.com. You can get these anywhere basically. And then for the big dogs, like I said, Old Roy, a lot cheaper than Milk-Bone, and variety of flavors, whereas Milk-Bone only has one. Old Roy has like bacon, peanut butter, chicken, and some other flavors. You each get one. And that's basically the meals. Close up of the food. For my male, one of the females, and the other female who's very picky and does not like yogurt. The pups. And like I said, I got them eating individually now because just so I know they get the right amount of food eating. And this is one of those tilt bowls that's supposed to make it easier for them to eat. This size is the medium bowl, and then for the big dogs it's the large. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can tell the difference. For these bowls, you can get them online at chewy.com, Bed Bath & Beyond, Amazon. Now, I should have got more of the large bowls when I had a chance, because the small bowls, or medium-sized bowls, they're gonna outgrow them pretty quick, and they're like out of stock or back order or what, but they don't make them anymore, and all they have is these medium-sized and small bowls. The large ones are perfect, and just makes them a little easier to eat instead of the flat bowls. Well, there you have it. If you got any awesome recipes that you'd like to share, feel free to put it in the comments, or if you have any questions or comments, positive or negative, I'm always open to it. Like I said, this is just my recipe. I've seen other people do it differently. I do throw in some livers, chicken liver every now and then. And I have to cut those up like in small pieces because I don't know what it is, but the dogs do not like to eat the whole thing, a big piece. Some of my dogs are very picky. But there you go.